everybody, welcome back boys and girls. It's your main math man, Ms. Shen, coming to you live from Mayfield. In this video, we're working on that Turbo Tuesday warm-up. And at the very top, make sure you see first, we're going to say getting used to our Pythagorean theorem and working with perfect squares. We can say 8 squared is the same as 8 times 8, which is 64. So we have 64, and we have plus. And then we have 15 squared, which is 225. Make sure you can add those two together. And so we're going to say 64 plus 225 is going to be 289. Which, if you actually took the square root, you'd also notice that is 17. But for right now, we can just have the sum in there. Again, we're just getting used to adding those values together. So for the first one, it says Ellen made this drawing to demonstrate vertical angles. So it has several angles labeled with the letter in the center. Again, it's just saying that which angle in Ellen's drawing is a vertical angle with angle V. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight first that angle V. That way we can see it for ourselves. So again, it's the point where V is. Again, since there's not any letters other than that, we would just say, okay, angle V is right there. Some ideas that we want to make sure that we have for this, some vertical angles. Just a reminder, vertical angles are the same. That means they are congruent. And you want to think, okay, even though we said they are the same, you want to think as far as location goes, you want to say they are opposite from each other. That means they're going to be across. Let me actually say that. They're going to say across from each other. And that means that they should form an X shape. So what that means is this: when I go to draw this out, I should be able to draw two perfectly straight lines, and the verticals that are opposite of each other are going to be our vertical angles. So if you look and see, let me actually clear this out. And if I do what I said, I want to highlight these two vertical lines. And so I'm going to say, all right, I'm going to highlight my two segments that vertical, or that angle V use. So I'm going to highlight this in green, and I'm going to highlight the other segment in orange. And if you notice, again, I formed that X that is there, and you want to make sure you see what angle is opposite of angle V. Well, we would see that, hey, I see that opposite of that, or the only other angle that is formed, is angle Y. So we would say angle Y, and we could say and we have angle, we said V, and we could say our vertical angles. Our vertical angles. You want to make sure that you're seeing how that works. Again, we can check through all those statements that we had. So again, they are the same, they kind of look similar, but we're able to prove why they are the same because they are opposite of one another, they form an X shape, and they are congruent. So we can say these are vertical angles. For the second one, it reads like this. It says which angles are supplementary. And so again, make sure you're understanding supplementary angles mean their sum is 180 degrees. So that means eventually we're going to have to form a straight line. And also for this one, you're going to notice that there are several correct answers. And the way it's going to be set up is like this. We know that we can have whatever angle, meaning if I picked, let's say, QOR, I could say that, well, I know that the rest of the way is going to be the supplementary angle. So again, I say, all right, I have I have R, O, V. That would be my supplementary angle. So one set of angle pairs would be this. I would say like this. I would have angle Q OR, and the other angle in pink is going to be R, angle R, O, and V would work out. Again, make sure you've seen how that works. It's saying that those two combined would be 180 degrees. Similar idea, if I wanted to say like this, again, give it another example. I can say maybe from the other side I want to go. I can say, all right, if I take angle VOT, that means that the supplementary angle for angle VOT would be this. It would have TOQ. So again, there's several answers for this, so maybe try to come up with your own angle pair that would be supplementary angles. So again, the two that I gave, I said angle VOT, and then it makes sense that it's going to have that same side, so it's going to be TO, and then the last value that you would have to be Q. So you'd say and angle TOQ. And for this case as well, these angles that I have are also going to be adjacent angles, as they are directly next to each other and they share a common segment, meaning they share a common side. So again, maybe try to figure out for yourself, if you had VOS, that means that SOQ would be your other supplementary angle. As long as you're having the idea of supplementary angles, their sum is 180, you are good.